to respectfully invite our esteemed guest, Shri Nagendra Nath Sinha, sir, the Secretary for Ministry of Rural Development, who has joined us online. So over to sir for his speech, please.
Dr. G. Narendra Kumar, IAS, DG, NIRD and PR, Mr. C. Achalendra Reddy, Director SIPS, Dr. Fareed Ahmed, Advisor SIPS, Mr. Shashi Bhushan, DDG, NIRD and PR, Dr. Kathiresan, esteemed guests within house and participants. Thank you very much for inviting me to speak on a theme which is quite important for the rural economy. The significance of the bamboo to the rural economy has been very well explained by Director General in his address just a little while ago. The bamboo, the national production of bamboo, the availability of wood has declined, and as a result, we see that a lot of furniture gets imported from countries like Malaysia, China, and all, because the wood prices have gone through the roof in the country, and therefore countries' own producers of furniture find it difficult to produce them at economical prices, the prices at which even a common man can think of keeping good furniture in their houses. So it's important that the construction materials like bamboo, which can replace a significant amount of the wood which is particularly used in the furniture kind of a use, that would not only promote utilization of the bamboo, but also ensure that the jobs that get generated out of the production, cultivation, processing in form of furniture, etc., get and promote enterprise within the country. I'm told that even a 10% replacement of the wood by bamboo can create about 7 million direct jobs within the country. Failure of the National Bamboo Mission must be noted. I think there is no point not being blunt where blame must be laid. National Bamboo Mission has been there for quite some time, and this has not had as much impact on the bamboo economy as it should have been. This country is a very substantial producer of bamboo. I'm told that it is blessed with about 148 species of bamboo with 29 genera, and it covers about over 15 million hectares of land within the country. This does not merely include those in the forest, but there are large areas also outside forests. In fact, I'm told that most of the jhum cultivation in the northeastern states and several other areas is of bamboo forests. So it's the bamboo which is at the root of and is often burnt in the slash and burn of method of the jhum cultivation. There is a very large production of the bamboo within the country, but until unless you develop the value chain and would like to utilize each and every part of the bamboo, it does not make much sense. In fact, just to reflect, why did our agarbatti producers fail to produce them at economical prices? Apart from the fact that the distance between joints, I'm told, of the bamboo, which is majorly available within the country, is somewhat smaller than what you get in varieties and species raised abroad in states like Vietnam or China, etc. But that's an issue which can be overcome. The failure lies in the wastage that gets generated and not being able to utilize them into the value chain. So we must, as a nation, ensure that all parts of the bamboo, be they root or the wastage which can result from such processing, all of them get utilized. And unless until we are extremely conscious of the way in which we are utilizing different parts of the bamboo and ensure that all parts of the bamboo are utilized in one form or the other, bamboo economy simply does not balance out, and you are reduced to just being a marginal player as we currently are. While the China's share of the global market of bamboo and related products is about 70%, our share is just about 4%. So we need to work towards it and in a very consistent manner, sustained manner. Then only we will be in a position to realize the impact of the bamboo economy, despite its ecological, environmental, and productive benefits. Until unless we are able to do that, we may not be in a position to realize its benefit as much as we should be in a position to do that. The Ministry of Rural Development within its own sphere has been trying to do something, but I think it needs much more. I've been informed by my colleagues in the those who are managing the Mahatma Gandhi Narega program. They have told me that the Narega permits both within the community plantations as well as for individuals the raising of nurseries as well as plantation of bamboo. And I'm also told that a large number of bamboo plantations have been raised in the states of Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, tribal areas of Maharashtra and Odisha under Mahatma Gandhi Narega directly or in convergence with the National Bamboo Mission. The benefits, as was spoken by DG and IRDPR, of the utilization of bamboo in the housing construction has also been implemented in a limited extent within the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, and been informed that in the designs which were promoted and encouraged by the Ministry of Rural Development for the 15 states while starting the Prime Minister Awas Yojana Gramin program. So in this, about 108 designs were finalized for the PMAYG houses, out of which about 44 design typologies in 12 states are based on the bamboo-based technologies. I've also been informed by, again, my colleagues in the Prime Minister Awas Yojana Gramin program that even in the training of rural masons, the national standards for the bamboo-based construction have been included, and the draft has been published. The state's opinion and comments have been received, and soon this should be included within the training of the rural masons. So this related to, as I mentioned, production and utilization in the housing construction sector. But I think the more important point should also be that we must promote utilization of the bamboo within the country, even in the houses that are being constructed by people from the middle classes or the higher classes. I think that's where we should also aim at, because there, if you are able to crack the market, should be possible for it's a much greater use in the housing construction sector, and it's not only in form of mats or furnitures or some kind of a false ceiling, etc., but also in terms of some structural uses as well. And as I was mentioned by Mr. Kumar, that the bamboo has excellent features in terms of mechanical strength, processability, etc. He compared its strength to the mild steel, its compressive strength, its tensile strength, shear strength, etc. Also, its superior quality in terms of earthquake protection. So, from all these considerations, bamboo comes out as a very superior material, and it's merely because the conventional education of engineering, particularly the civil engineering, architecture, etc., does not include the utilization of bamboo as a structural and finishing and furnishing material to the extent that it should. And I think we should, as a group of people who are interested in promoting utilization of bamboo to a very significant scale, also lobby the National Bamboo Mission or and Niti Aayog and groups like them, and maybe AICT and Department of Higher Education, so that they also include these kind of materials as part of the course curricula. And even if it's not immediately available, maybe we could suggest to the NIRDPR and CIPS of ASCII to maybe design video modules that educate such practitioners in this regard. Now I come to the area of the livelihoods. And livelihoods would not only merely arise from the fact that people engage in the plantations. Plantations would, of course, give a very large fillip to people to engage in the livelihood arising out of that, and maybe sell and transport of bamboo. But I think a large-scale livelihood would also arise. We are in a position to process them, process different parts of it in form of the products that are used within the different aspects and different parts of the economy. Charcoal, wood charcoal, active charcoal, agarbatti sticks, furniture material, the structural material, all of these need to be produced, and every part of the bamboo needs to be placed. Now, it would certainly be one of the concerns of the Ministry of Rural Development, as we represent concerns of the rural community in the value chains, that we produce enterprises which are able to capture the largest possible value of the value chain in these activities and retain them in the hands of rural people and the poor people. So I think one of the tasks that these NIRDPR and the CIPS should undertake is to develop those value chains, detail each and every aspect of the value chains, and see in what manner these value chains can be financed and controlled by the rural people, so that, as I mentioned, largest possible value of the value chain can be retained in the rural areas and in the hands of poor people. So to that extent, we have a large task on hand, and merely holding these kind of seminars won't do all, and uh, um, uh, until unless the different ideas given by experts in this seminar, and I see there is a large number of sessions, and there is a large list of experts who would speak on these areas in 2 day seminar. So let's pick good ideas out of them. Let's convert them into the enterprise ideas and detail them, not leave them for people to figure it out, but detail them and also link them, not only do the benefit cost ratio, but also in terms of the marketability, etc., also detail out to the extent feasible. Then only the full benefit of these initiatives will be realized. I'm sure the NIRD-PR and the SIPS collaboration would be in a position to do that. I think the NIRD-PR needs to be complemented to conceive of these kind of livelihood themed events and seminars. We would encourage from the Ministry of Rural Development many more such livelihood themed events so that the largest possible extent of the value chain related activities of the agro and agro-based products can be scoped and explored, and so that they could be made use of by the different programs and different enterprises which the ministry is promoting either by itself or through its partnerships and collaborations with other stakeholders, ministries, state governments, private sector, agri-tech players, etc. So there is a large area which needs to be covered, and we would encourage NIRD and PR to cover the entire gamut. Again, thank the NIRD and PR for inviting me to speak on this again. Thank you very much.